I have Bella here with me today, and this is series 2 of the Road to Romaniacs series. Today I actually wanted to talk about, we went to 2 events this weekend. We went to the camp, which is Chicago Moto Camp Club event this weekend, and kind of met some people we haven't seen since last summer. And we went to the BDR premiere for the NorCal BDR, which actually one of the original founders, Trevor, of Heavy Enduro, actually led that. He helped develop a lot of those trails, which was super cool, super exciting to see Trevor in there. But what was fun was getting to plan next year. So on top of doing a bunch of race series and on top of doing Romaniacs, we're still trying to keep and actually add to our heavy enduro training classes. We started those training classes here. It'll be our 4th year. We're going on like 300 students on that. And we really enjoyed it. I mean, we started it in the Chicagoland area because originally there was literally no one doing training within quite a distance from Chicago. And I struggled for a long time to kind of figure out riding and how to ride and where to go and what to do, and kind of traveling the country looking for people to ride with without having to go to a training class that costs $1,600 or $1,800. So part of the birth of heavy enduro training, which was actually one of the first training classes in the Chicagoland area, was just out of wanting to help people. So we've done, again, this is our 4th year, and this year we kind of wanted to step it up since we've had so many students. We've had a lot of ask for some level 2 training, so we're developing a level 2 class. We've actually been lucky enough to, last year we did the KXER race series in Kentucky, and I've been begging our local District 17 guys to set up an adventure series for us. So fingers crossed, it looks like that is a go. So we have our own race series here in Illinois to race adventure bikes. And then we're working on, like I said, the 2.0 class, and we're working on actually like having just like an open ride day. We haven't really had a day where people just come out, pay the park fee, and just, we all just ride and hang out. So I'm really excited about those. I think it was nice to go today and yesterday and talk to people one-on-one and remember like why we're doing it and why we put in so much effort and so much time and so much money to go out and do these events. There was a lot of people that, you don't realize so many people are paying attention and so many people are watching, and they come up to you and they go, I saw you doing this, and I did this training class with you, and then I went and I did the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail, and I did the sand section, and I remember what you told me. Or there was another couple who did a class with us, and they went and they rode all the way up to Canada and back, and seeing those people come up to you after you haven't seen them in a year or 2 years or whatever, and tell you how good of a time that they had, and that they were riding and they could hear you in their helmets when they would come up to a section, or they could hear Susan reminding them of something, don't do this, and get your feet here and get your legs there and lean this way. They said that it was nice to hear them say that those things were very helpful, and it actually helped them get through sections that they may not have gotten through. So it's just really, really nice to see things progress and watch people grow and to see them excited. I didn't realize how many people were paying attention to that we were doing Romaniacs. I think I just assumed that, I'm doing it. It's my thing. Susan's coming with me, and that's it. But a lot of people seem to be super interested in it. So I think it's another reason why we want to do these vlogs, is because people want to see and hear about what the process is. But again, I'm really happy and really excited that so many people are paying attention, and I think it rejuvenated me a little bit to make sure that we set up a 2.0 class and we do some extra things in the community. Some of the stuff that we did last year extra was we did some garage sessions. We limited it to 20 people, and we did like a session on how to change a tube and a tire on the side of the road. We did one on like suspension and how to set your suspension, how to check your suspension. We did one on gear and how to select the right gear based on weather, based on your riding style. And I really like doing those. Those are super fun. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just wing it. We come up with the event and then I spend like days cleaning the garage to make sure it's in good order. And then people walk in and I just kind of roll it off my tongue. So, but it's really fun, and I want to do more of those. I mean, part of why we took heavy enduro in the first place and accepted it graciously from Trevor was, again, I had nothing when I was starting this out. There was, the BMW training school or Rawhide, and those were my options. And it was, fly somewhere and spend, thousands of dollars to rent someone else's bike and learn. And I feel like, in my opinion, when I was coming up in this, I didn't have that capability financially and time-wise to just get up and go. So I'm really happy that something that we created out of just wanting to make things easier for other people is actually doing what we wanted it to do. And to the point where there's, 3 or 4 other schools starting in the area, which, I mean, there's more than enough room for everybody, so I can't complain about that. I think in the end, if that pushes the adventure community more, and we get more people riding and more people trained and more people riding safely, I'm not going to complain about that. I'm actually pretty happy about that. So overall, I think I had a really nice weekend with Susan and going to a couple events and just talking to people. It was nice, being that it's so cold and we haven't ridden the bikes in a couple weeks and we don't have our bikes here, which is driving me nuts right now, to just kind of get back in touch with the community after a long winter. So yeah, that is vlog number 2 with Bella. Right, Bella? With Bella. Oh, you want to growl at me, huh? So stay tuned for vlog number 3. Just kind of winging these. Whatever I feel like talking about that day is what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to have my bike back for another month at least. So grinding stone. Speaking of training, though, we are doing a training class in California the week before grinding stone. So that's going to be pretty cool. A lot of people are going to take that class, are going to be doing the built well not too long after that. So hopefully this will help some people do a little bit better in the built well and be a little more confident in sand. So, right, Bella? Are you confident in sand? No, you're confident in licking. Okay.